The unexpected visitor. The setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange and purple as Alex Rees locked up her workshop for the night. The distant hum of the colony's power plant provided a comforting backdrop to the otherwise quiet evening on New Horizon, humanity's farthest outpost from Earth. As chief engineer for the small colony, Alex was responsible for keeping everything running smoothly, from the atmospheric processes to the hydroponic farms that sustained the population of just over 1,000 souls. Alex stretched, working out the kinks in her back from a long day of repairs and maintenance. At 32, she was younger than most of her colleagues, but her brilliance with machines had earned her the respect of the entire colony. She loved the challenge of improvising solutions with limited resources, a skill that had become essential on this frontier world. As she began the short walk to her quarters, a flash of light in the sky caught her attention. At first, she dismissed it as a meteor, a common sight on New Horizon. But as the light grew larger and brighter, Alex realized it was something else entirely. The object was moving too slowly, its descent too controlled to be natural. "What in the world?" Alex muttered, shielding her eyes as the mysterious craft came into view. It was unlike anything she had ever seen, sleek, silver, and utterly alien in design. The vessel was clearly in distress, trailing wisps of some kind of energy as it made a barely controlled landing just beyond the colony's perimeter. For a moment, Alex stood frozen, her mind racing. First contact protocols dictated that she should alert the colony's security team immediately. But curiosity and an instinctive desire to help overrode her caution. Before she knew it, she was sprinting towards the crash site, her tool belt jangling at her hip. As Alex approached the downed craft, she could feel the heat radiating from its hull. Strange symbols pulsed with an eerie light along its surface, and a faint humming filled the air. She circled the ship cautiously, looking for any sign of a hatch or entrance. Suddenly, a section of the hull shimmered and became transparent, revealing the interior. Alex gasped as she saw two figures inside, clearly not human. They were tall and slender, with iridescent skin that seemed to shift colors in the fading light. Their large, almond-shaped eyes regarded her with a mixture of fear and hope. One of the aliens pressed a hand against the transparent section, and Alex found herself mirroring the gesture. As their palms met, separated only by the strange material of the ship, a jolt of energy passed through Alex. In that instant, she understood their situation perfectly. Their ship was damaged, its power source unstable, and they needed help. Without hesitation, Alex began examining the exterior of the craft more closely. She could see where some kind of energy discharge had damaged several key systems. The technology was far beyond anything she had ever encountered, but the principles seemed oddly familiar. It was as if the ship's systems were speaking to her, guiding her understanding. "Okay," Alex said, more to herself than to the aliens watching her intently. "I think I can help, but we need to work fast." She turned back to the transparent section and made a series of gestures, mimicking the act of opening a hatch. The aliens seemed to understand, and moments later, a seam appeared in the hull, widening into an entrance. The two aliens emerged cautiously. Up close, they were even more breathtaking. Their bodies seemed to pulse with an inner light, and their movements were graceful and fluid. One of them, slightly taller than the other, stepped forward and spoke. The words were unintelligible, but the tone was clearly one of gratitude and urgency. Alex nodded, pointing to herself. "Alex," she said clearly. Then she pointed to her tool belt and the ship, pantomiming repairs. The aliens nodded in unison, their expressions shifting to something akin to relief. As Alex began to work, guided by both her intuition and subtle cues from the ship itself, she marveled at the complexity of the systems before her. The power source was like nothing she had ever seen, a swirling vortex of energy contained within a crystalline structure. It was beautiful, but dangerously unstable. Hours passed in a blur of activity. Alex's hands moved with a surety that surprised even her, connecting circuits, rerouting power, and stabilizing systems she'd barely understood. The aliens assisted as best they could, somehow anticipating her needs and providing tools she didn't even know existed. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, Alex stepped back, wiping sweat from her brow. The ship's hum had changed, becoming a steady, harmonious tone. The pulsing symbols along its hull now glowed with a constant, reassuring light. The taller alien approached Alex, its eyes shimmering with what she could only interpret as tears of joy. It placed a hand on her shoulder, and suddenly, Alex could understand its words as clearly as if they were spoken in English. "Thank you, Alex of New Horizon," the alien said, its voice melodic and soothing. "You have saved not only our lives but the future of our people. I am Zara, and this is my sister, Lyra. We are the last of the Luminorans, and we carry with us the hopes of our dying world." Alex's mind reeled at the implications. She had not only made first contact, but had assisted beings from another world in their time of need. As the gravity of the situation sank in, she realized that her life, and possibly the future of humanity, had just changed forever. Zara continued, her voice tinged with both sadness and hope. "Our journey has been long, and our mission is vital. We seek a new home for our people, a world where we can rebuild and thrive. But we also carry a warning, a threat that endangers not just our kind, but all sentient life in this sector of the galaxy." Lyra stepped forward, her expression solemn. "You have shown great skill and compassion, Alex. We would be honored if you would join us on our quest. Your expertise may be the key to our survival and to protecting countless other worlds, including your own." Alex looked back at the colony, still quiet in the early morning light. She thought of her life there, comfortable, predictable, and safe. Then she turned back to the aliens and their magnificent ship, repaired by her own hands. The promise of adventure, of making a real difference in the universe, called to her. With a deep breath, Alex made her decision. "I'll need to let the colony know I'm leaving," she said, a smile spreading across her face. "When do we depart?" Zara and Lyra exchanged glances, their bodies seeming to glow brighter with excitement. "As soon as you are ready," Zara replied. "There is much to do, and time is of the essence." As the sun rose fully over New Horizon, casting long shadows across the landscape, Alex felt a surge of excitement and anticipation. She was about to embark on a journey beyond her wildest dreams, armed with nothing but her wits, her skills, and her unwavering determination to make a difference. Little did she know that her decision would not only change her life, but would set in motion a series of events that would reshape the very fabric of interstellar relations. Humanity was about to take its first real steps into the galactic community, and Alex Reeves would be leading the way. Cosmic secrets unveiled. As the alien ship, now repaired and humming with renewed energy, prepared for takeoff, Alex felt a mixture of exhilaration and trepidation. She had said her goodbyes to the colony, leaving behind a datapad filled with instructions for maintaining their systems in her absence. Now, standing in the control room of the Luminoran vessel, she marveled at the advanced technology surrounding her. "Strap in, Alex," Zara said, her melodious voice tinged with excitement. "Your first faster-than-light jump is quite the experience." Alex secured herself in a seat that seemed to mold itself to her body. As Lyra's hands danced over the shimmering control panel, the ship began to vibrate with barely contained power. "Initiating quantum fold drive," Lyra announced. "Brace for dimensional shift." The view outside the ship's transparent hull began to distort, stars stretching into lines of light. Alex felt a momentary sensation of being pulled in all directions at once, and then, snap, the familiar constellations vanished, replaced by an alien sky. "Welcome to the Andromeda Galaxy," Zara said, her eyes twinkling with amusement at Alex's awestruck expression. Specifically, the outskirts of the Velarum Nebula. Alex's mind reeled. They had crossed millions of light years in mere moments. "That's impossible," she breathed. Lyra chuckled. "Impossible for current human technology, perhaps. But the universe holds many secrets, Alex. You've only begun to scratch the surface. As they cruised through the star-studded expanse of Andromeda, Zara and Lyra began to explain the true nature of their mission. The Luminorans were not merely seeking a new home, they were guardians of an ancient technology that could reshape reality itself. "We call it the Cosmic Forge," Zara explained, projecting a holographic image of a device that looked like a cross between a supercomputer and a piece of abstract art. It was created by a long-lost race known as the Precursors. With it, one can manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe. Alex leaned forward, captivated. Like gravity, electromagnetism, Lyra nodded. And the strong and weak nuclear forces, even the very fabric of space-time itself. But such power is dangerous in the wrong hands, Zara continued, her expression grave. An aggressive species known as the Void Reavers learned of the Forge's existence. They've been hunting us across the galaxies, destroying everything in their path. Alex felt a chill run down her spine, and now they're headed towards the Milky Way. Precisely, Lara confirmed. Your solar system lies directly in their path. We need to find a way to stop them before they lay waste to countless civilizations. As they spoke, the ship's sensors began to chime urgently. Lyra's hands flew over the controls, her brow furrowed in concentration. "Void Reaver scout ship detected," she announced tensely. "They've picked up our energy signature." Zara turned to Alex, her eyes blazing with determination. "This is where we need your help, Alex. Our weapon systems were damaged in our last encounter. We need to improvise a defense, and quickly." Alex's mind raced, taking in the ship's schematics that Lyra had pulled up on a nearby screen. An idea began to form, crazy, desperate, but just maybe crazy enough to work. "The quantum fold drive," she said, her voice gaining confidence. "If we can modify it to create a localized field around the Void Reaver ship." Zara's eyes widened in understanding. "We could trap them in a pocket dimension." "Exactly," Alex nodded, already moving towards the engine room. "But we'll need to reconfigure the drive on the fly. I'll need both of you to help." As the Void Reaver ship drew nearer, its ominous silhouette growing larger on the viewscreen, Alex, Zara, and Lyra worked in perfect synchronization. Alex's human intuition, combined with the Luminoran's advanced knowledge, proved to be a formidable combination. With seconds to spare, they activated the modified drive. A shimmering field of energy engulfed the enemy vessel, which seemed to twist and distort before vanishing entirely. "It worked," Lyra exclaimed, checking the sensors. "The Void Reaver ship has been shunted into a pocket dimension. They won't be troubling anyone for a very long time." Alex leaned against a console, breathing heavily but grinning from ear to ear. She had just helped defeat an alien threat using technology beyond humanity's wildest dreams. And this was only the beginning of their journey. Zora approached Alex, placing a hand on her shoulder. "You've proven yourself beyond our highest hopes, Alex. Your quick thinking and adaptability are exactly what we need for the challenges ahead." "Indeed," Lyra agreed, joining them. "But we cannot celebrate for long. The Void Reavers will send more ships once they realize their scout is missing. We must reach the Cosmic Forge before they do." Alex nodded, her mind already racing with possibilities. "Where is the Forge hidden?" Zara's expression turned mysterious. "In a place beyond normal space and time. A cosmic nexus point known as the Singularity Confluence. Reaching it will be our greatest challenge yet." As the Luminoran ship set course for this mythical location, Alex felt a sense of destiny settling over her. She, a human engineer from a small colony, was now at the heart of a conflict that would determine the fate of multiple galaxies. The journey to the Singularity Confluence would test them all in ways they couldn't imagine. But with her newfound alien friends and her own irrepressible human spirit, Alex was ready to face whatever the universe might throw at them. Little did they know that their next adventure would take them to the very edge of reality itself, where the lines between science and magic blur, and where the true nature of the cosmos would be revealed in all its mind-bending glory. Echoes of eternity. The Luminoran ship glided through the cosmic tapestry, its quantum engines humming with ethereal energy. Alex stood at the helm, her eyes wide with wonder as she gazed upon sights no human had ever witnessed. Nebulae of impossible colors swirled around them, punctuated by the birth and death of stars in a cosmic dance of creation and destruction. "We're approaching the Chronos vortex," Zara announced, her voice tinged with both excitement and apprehension. "It's the gateway to the singularity confluence." Before them, space itself seemed to twist and fold, creating a swirling maelstrom of light and darkness. At its center, a pulsing tear in reality beckoned them forward. "Brace yourselves," Lyra warned, her hands dancing over the ship's controls. "Temporal distortions ahead. Our very existence may be questioned." As they plunged into the vortex, reality began to fragment around them. Alex felt her consciousness stretching, memories of past and future blending into an incomprehensible tapestry. She saw glimpses of Earth's distant past, dinosaurs roaming primordial jungles, and visions of humanity's potential futures, gleaming cities among the stars and desolate wastelands alike. "Focus, Alex," Zara's voice cut through the chaos. "Your mind is the anchor. The ship responds to our collective will." Gritting her teeth, Alex poured all her concentration into maintaining their course. The ship shuddered and groaned, the very atoms of its structure fighting against the laws of physics. Suddenly, they burst through into a realm beyond imagination. The singularity confluence spread out before them, a vast expanse where multiple universes collided and merged. Fragments of alien worlds drifted by, crystal forests, oceans of living metal, and cities that defied Euclidean geometry. By the precursors, Lyra whispered in awe, "We've made it." But their moment of triumph was short-lived. A massive shape loomed out of the cosmic mists, a Void Reaver dreadnought, its hull bristling with weapons of unimaginable power. "They've beaten us here," Zara cried, her usual composure shaken. Alex's mind raced, processing the impossible scenario before her. Then, an idea struck, brilliant, dangerous, and utterly human in its audacity. "The cosmic forge," she said, her voice steady despite the fear coursing through her. "It reshapes reality, right? What if we use the confluence itself as the forge?" Zara and Lyra exchanged stunned glances. "It's never been attempted," Lyra said slowly. "The power required would be provided by the confluence itself," Alex finished. "We're at the nexus of all realities. If there's ever a place with enough energy, it's here." As the Void Reaver ship launched its first salvo, rocking their vessel with gravitational distortions, they sprang into action. Alex's human intuition, combined with Luminoran knowledge, guided their efforts as they reconfigured the ship's systems to channel the raw power of the confluence. "We need a focal point," Zara shouted over the groaning of stressed metal. "Something to direct the energy." Alex's hand went to her neck, clutching the pendant she always wore, a simple piece of quartz crystal, a gift from her grandmother. "Will this work?" Lyra's eyes widened. "A Terran quartz crystal? It's perfect. The lattice structure can handle multidimensional energy flow." As another blast from the Void Reavers rocked their ship, Alex placed her crystal into a makeshift receptor. Energy from the confluence began to flow through it, filling the bridge with blinding light. "Now, Alex," Zara cried, "envision our victory. Shape the very fabric of reality." Alex closed her eyes, focusing all her will on a single thought: peace. She imagined the Void Reavers not as conquerors, but as partners in cosmic harmony. She pictured a universe where all beings, from every reality, worked together in unity. The crystal pulsed, and a wave of energy exploded outward. It washed over the Void Reaver ship, and for a moment, everything stood still. When Alex opened her eyes, she gasped. The Void Reaver dreadnought was still there, but transformed. Its weapons had morphed into scientific instruments, its hull now shimmering with colors of peace and cooperation. A communication channel opened, and a void reaver appeared on screen. But instead of the expected aggression, its eyes shone with newfound wisdom and understanding. We remember now," the void reaver said, its voice filled with wonder. "We were not always destroyers. We were explorers, seekers of knowledge. You have awakened our true selves." As Alex, Zara, and Lyra watched in amazement, more ships began to appear, vessels from countless alien civilizations, all drawn to the singularity confluence by the wave of harmony they had created. "You've done it, Alex," Zara said, tears of joy streaming down her face. "You've reshaped not just one reality, but the entire multiverse." Alex stood in awe of what she had accomplished. A human from a small colony had changed the course of cosmic history, bringing peace to realities beyond imagination. As representatives from myriad species began to gather, forming impromptu councils to discuss this new era of multiversal cooperation, Alex realized that her journey was far from over. She had unlocked potential within herself beyond anything she had ever dreamed, and the true adventure was only just beginning. The singularity confluence pulsed with newfound energy, a beacon of hope shining across all realities. And at its heart stood Alex, the human engineer who had become a cosmic architect, ready to help build a future of infinite possibilities. Quantum crescendo. The singularity confluence hummed with newfound harmony, a symphony of realities intertwining in cosmic cooperation. Alex stood at the heart of it all, her human presence a catalyst for change on a scale beyond comprehension. The transformed void reavers, once harbingers of destruction, now served as bridges between dimensions, their vast knowledge repurposed for exploration and growth. "Alex," Zora's melodic voice cut through her reverie, "the Council of Infinite Worlds requests your presence." Alex took a deep breath, straightening her attire, a curious blend of her original engineer's coveralls and shimmering luminaire fabric that seemed to shift with her thoughts. She'd followed Zara through corridors that defied conventional physics, where gravity shifted on a whim and distant galaxies could be glimpsed through windows in reality itself. They entered a vast chamber, a perfect sphere suspended in the void. Beings from across the multiverse gathered here, some humanoid, others defying description, existing as pure energy or in states of matter unknown to human science. A figure composed of swirling stardust addressed her, its voice resonating directly in her mind. "Alexandra Rees of Earth, architect of harmony, we face a crisis that threatens the very fabric of our newfound peace." Alex's heart raced. What's happened? A holographic display materialized in the center of the chamber, showing a web of intersecting timelines. At several junctures, angry red flares disrupted the flow. Temporal anomalies, explained a being that seemed to be made of living crystal. "The changes we've made to the multiverse have created paradoxes. If left unchecked, entire realities could unravel." Lyra stepped forward, her expression grave. "Our actions have consequences beyond what we imagined. The cosmic forge's power, channeled through your crystal, has altered the fundamental constants of multiple universes." Alex's mind raced, processing the problem from every angle. Then an idea sparked, wild, dangerous, but potentially brilliant. "What if we don't fix the paradoxes?" she said slowly, "but instead embrace them?" A murmur rippled through the assembly. Zara tilted her head, intrigued. "Explain, Alex." "In quantum mechanics, particles can exist in superposition, multiple states at once," Alex continued, her confidence growing. "What if we apply that principle to entire timelines? Instead of forcing realities to conform to a single path, we allow them to exist in quantum superposition." The chamber erupted in a cacophony of excited discussion, the stardust being pulsed brightly. Unprecedented, but the energy required to maintain such a state across multiple dimensions. "We harness the power of entropy itself," Alex declared, the audacity of her plan taking shape. "The very force that threatens to unravel realities becomes the source of their preservation." The next hours were a blur of frenetic activity. Alex found herself at the center of a multidimensional think tank, beings from across the cosmos contributing their unique perspectives. They worked to modify the cosmic forge, transforming it from a tool of singular change to an instrument of quantum possibility. As the final preparations were made, Alex stood before the reconfigured forge, her quartz crystal now integrated into its core. The combined knowledge of countless civilizations had been poured into this moment, but the final step relied on the intuitive leap of human imagination. "Ready, Alex?" Zora asked, standing by her side. Alex nodded, her eyes fixed on the swirling vortex of temporal energy before her. "Let's rewrite the rules of reality." She placed her hands on the forge's controls, feeling the pulse of the multiverse flowing through her. With a deep breath, she activated the device. The chamber filled with blinding light as waves of quantum probability cascaded outward. Alex felt her consciousness expanding, simultaneously aware of countless versions of herself across infinite timelines. She saw worlds where humanity had reached the stars, others where Earth remained untouched by civilization, and everything in between. For a moment that stretched into eternity, Alex held the fate of the multiverse in her hands. With unwavering focus, she guided the quantum waves, weaving a new cosmic tapestry where paradoxes didn't clash, but coexisted in harmonious superposition. When the light faded, Alex found herself back in the chamber, surrounded by awestruck faces of the multidimensional council. "It's done," she breathed, her voice filled with wonder and exhaustion. The holographic display now showed a shimmering, ever-shifting web of timelines, each one distinct yet intricately connected to the others. "Remarkable," the crystal being exclaimed. "You've created a quantum multiverse where infinite possibilities coexist in perfect balance." Zara embraced Alex, her form shimmering with excitement. "You've transcended the limitations of singular reality, Alex. You've become a quantum architect." As news of their success spread across dimensions, Alex realized that her journey had only just begun. She had unlocked a new level of cosmic understanding, opening doors to explorations beyond imagination. The Council of Infinite Worlds unanimously voted to establish a new order, the Quantum Concord, dedicated to maintaining the delicate balance of the newborn quantum multiverse. And at its heart would be Alex, the human engineer whose boundless creativity had reshaped the very nature of existence. As she looked out over the shimmering tapestry of quantum realities, each one a universe of infinite potential, Alex felt a surge of excitement. The true adventure was just beginning, and the multiverse held wonders beyond her wildest dreams. With Zara and Lyra by her side, and the combined knowledge of countless civilizations at her fingertips, Alex prepared to embark on her greatest journey yet, exploring the quantum frontier, where the only limit was the power of imagination itself, the nexus of infinite destinies. As the quantum multiverse stabilized, a new challenge emerged from the depths of interdimensional space. Alex, now revered as the quantum architect, stood aboard the bridge of the cosmic Voyager, a ship unlike any other. It was a vessel born from the fusion of human ingenuity and alien technology, capable of navigating the treacherous waters of quantum reality. "Anomaly detected," Lyra announced, her fingers dancing across holographic interfaces. "It's unlike anything we've encountered before." Before them, the fabric of space-time began to warp and twist. A massive structure phased into existence, a colossal space station that seemed to exist in multiple realities simultaneously. "The Nexus," Zara breathed, her voice filled with awe. "I thought it was just a legend." Alex leaned forward, her enhanced senses drinking in the impossible sight. "What exactly are we looking at?" "The Nexus of Infinite Destinies," Zara explained. "A construct rumored to have been built by the precursors themselves. It's said to be the control center for all of reality." As they approached, the Nexus pulsed with energy, sending ripples through the quantum foam of space. Suddenly, a beam of light engulfed their ship, and Alex felt the familiar sensation of molecular deconstruction. They rematerialized inside a vast chamber, its walls lined with swirling vortexes showing glimpses of countless realities. At the center stood a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting between different states of matter. "Welcome, quantum architect," the being spoke, its voice resonating through multiple dimensions. "I am the overseer, guardian of the Nexus. Your actions have not gone unnoticed." Alex stepped forward, her quantum-enhanced mind processing information at incredible speeds. "We've come seeking answers. The multiverse is in flux," the overseer interrupted. "Your creation of the quantum multiverse has set in motion events beyond your comprehension. The barriers between realities are weakening." Holographic displays sprang to life around them, showing scenes of chaos across multiple dimensions. Realities were bleeding into one another, causing untold devastation. "But we stabilized the timelines," Lyra protested. "The quantum superposition should have prevented this." The overseer's form flickered. "You've opened Pandora's quantum box, young ones. There are forces at work beyond even my understanding." Alex's mind raced, processing the problem from angles no human had ever considered before. Then, an idea struck her, audacious, potentially catastrophic, but possibly their only hope. "The cosmic forge," she said, her voice steady. "We've been using it to manipulate reality. But what if we could use it to rewrite the fundamental laws of the multiverse itself?" The chamber fell silent. Even the overseer seemed taken aback. "Such an action, it's never been attempted. The consequences could be beyond imagination," Alex finished. "But so were the consequences of creating the quantum multiverse. Sometimes, the only way forward is to redefine the rules of the game." Zara and Lyra exchanged glances, then nodded in agreement. The overseer's form pulsed with energy as it considered the proposal. "Very well, quantum architect. The Nexus will grant you access to the primordial codes of reality. But be warned, one misstep, and you could unravel the very fabric of existence." What followed was a cosmic symphony of creation unlike anything witnessed since the birth of the universe. Alex, her mind expanded to encompass the totality of the multiverse, began to rewrite the fundamental constants that governed all of reality. She wove quantum entanglement into the very fabric of space-time, creating a new paradigm where multiple realities could coexist in harmony. She redefined the nature of cause and effect, allowing for paradoxes to resolve themselves naturally within the new cosmic framework. As Alex worked, Zara and Lyra acted as her anchors, their combined knowledge and intuition helping to stabilize as sweeping changes rippling across dimensions. The overseer watched in silent amazement as a new order of reality took shape before its ancient eyes. With a final burst of creative energy, Alex completed her magnum opus. The multiverse shuddered, every atom in every reality adjusting to the new cosmic laws. As the dust settled, Alex opened her eyes to a transformed Nexus. The swirling vortexes now showed scenes of unparalleled harmony, worlds that once clashed now existing in perfect symbiosis. "It's done," she breathed, her voice carrying the weight of multiversal creation. The overseer's form stabilized, taking on a shape that resembled a fusion of all sentient life. "Quantum architect, you have done the impossible. You have not just saved the multiverse, you have elevated it to a new plane of existence." Zara embraced Alex, her form shimmering with joy and disbelief. "You've transcended beyond anything we could have imagined, Alex. You're no longer just an architect, you're a cosmic goddess." As news of their success spread across dimensions, Alex realized that her journey had reached a new beginning. She had unlocked the secrets of creation itself, opening doors to explorations beyond the wildest dreams of any sentient being. The Council of Infinite Worlds unanimously voted to establish a new cosmic order, the Multiversal Concord, dedicated to exploring and nurturing the new reality Alex had created. And at its heart would be Alex, the human engineer turned cosmic goddess, whose boundless creativity had reshaped the very nature of existence. As she looked out over the shimmering tapestry of interconnected realities, each one a universe of infinite potential now existing in perfect harmony, Alex felt a surge of excitement and responsibility. The true adventure was just beginning, and the newly reborn multiverse held wonders beyond imagination. With Zora and Lyra by her side, the wisdom of the Overseer to guide her, and the combined knowledge of countless civilizations at her fingertips, Alex prepared to embark on her greatest journey yet, shepherding the evolution of a reality where the only limit was the power of collective imagination and the bonds of cosmic unity. The multiverse pulsed with newfound vitality, a testament to the potential that lay within every being, no matter how small they might seem in the grand tapestry of existence. And at its heart stood Alex, the human engineer who had become the cosmic goddess, ready to guide creation towards a future of infinite possibilities and eternal harmony.